right, this is Too Twisted for TV. I want to thank you very much for joining us. It is episode number 4, and for episode number 4, we have the one and the only Scott Hollinger, who I have been promoting on social media as of seeing 80 tornadoes. I'm off though a little bit, right?
Just by 11.
By 11, but by the end of this year, it'll probably be 80, right?
That's my goal this year.
All right, so Scott is our storm chaser that we use quite a bit during severe weather. So you've seen his work, you've seen what he does, and it's, I'm a little jealous because of the things that you see from Mother Nature. I'm here in the studio, and there go my glasses. I'm here in the studio, tracking the storms, but Scott's been out there. I've known Scott now for, has it been almost 15 years?
15 years. About
15 years. You are from Prattsville.
Yes, sir.
Not Sheridan.
Not Sheridan.
I say that way too much.
And it's Hollinger, not Hollinger.
Hollinger. Do I do that all the time, don't I? Hollinger. Why do I do that?
Who knows?
Okay. Anyway, so I've known him for that long, and I still can't get his name right. But thank you so much for coming on the show.
Sure.
All right. So I think we all got to be familiar with you last season when you called it a big bag of wind.
I still.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
And I think that was the storm in Cleburne County, was it?
Yes, it was. I just. Sometimes I forget I'm live or I'm on the air or whatever. I just remember seeing that, and I'm like, that don't have any tornado potential. That's just a big bag of wind.
And it took
without
off.
realizing it, and then y'all start laughing at me, and then next thing you know, it's gone viral. So
yeah,
it's even.
Reed Timmer uses it now.
Yes, I know.
Big bag of wind. Yeah. Before we get into the storm chasing that Scott has done for us, I want to talk about how we first met, and it's a great story, and I want to bring in Bodie Hope over here to my right. Bodie, I don't know if we can get him on camera or not. He will in just a second, but it was probably about, what you said, 13 years ago? Is that about right?
Probably 2012.
Right around there.
All right. So there was a story idea pitched to me at another place of a guy or a team, because it was your son, Michael.
Yes, sir.
And Bodie, there he is, who built your own Dominator because you guys followed Reed Timmer.
Yeah.
And that's how I got to meet and get to know these storm chasers. But just share the story because it's quite hilarious.
It's a kind of a long story in of itself, so I'll try to shrink it down. But essentially, it was me and Scott's son and another one of our buddies that we had started kind of looking into storm chasing and stuff. Of course, they had the TV show on Discovery Channel at the time. So at our local church, they actually had all the kids dress up for Halloween. So we were thinking, what could we do? And it just kind of I think it actually came into Michael's mind first, Scott's son, that hey, we'll dress up as the people from Storm Chaser, Reed Timmer, Joel, and Chris Chittick, and we thought, okay, that'd be cool. We'll get some of their shirts and hats and stuff, and we're like, well, we really need the Dominator to be them, I think. So then we started putting together this elaborate plan of a PVC pipe skeleton structure that sits on top of a four-wheeler that we could drive around. And, we thought it was funny at the time. I mean, I was in high school at the time, and I wouldn't even go to school. We waited to the last minute to build this thing.
You skipped school to build this thing?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
There was days I skipped school just to stay home and build this little cardboard makeshift contraption, really.
Okay.
And to be honest, it was a big joke to us when we first built it. We never thought we would ever get attention to anybody, but it actually got the attention of Reed Timmer and Bosch Icon wiper blades, which was his big sponsor at the time. Mm-hmm. And next thing we know, we're getting emails from them saying, hey, we want to ship you and this contraption up to Chicago to film a commercial with Reed. And, of course, like a couple young guys, we were all excited about that. So, and then some of the news stations reached out to us, and we were just kind of like, what is going on? But that's when we first met Reed and a lot of the storm chasing community, and I think that's when we really kind of started getting out there and adventuring into it and making friends. And that's when Scott started getting really good at forecasting for us. So
Yeah. And now you've been, since then, you've seen
I've seen 69 tornadoes.
69 tornadoes. And you remind me each time you see another tornado, just because I've only seen a couple in my lifetime.
Yeah, some of my video, you'll say, "Oh, there's another one. I got to text Todd."
Yeah, text, and they go, this is number, I can go back in my text message. This is 58, 59. And the most you've seen on one chase?
Me, probably 7. I think they seen in Dodge City one day.
the official count of Dodge City was 14 in one day.
You saw 14 tornadoes in one day?
That's a long story again, Todd. That's the day after I totaled his truck with a lightning strike. So he missed that day.
Insurance adjusters and companies may be watching.
Very touchy subject. But he was dealing with a totaled out truck, and we were seeing we believe we actually saw 16, but we could only confirm 14. So
you should just say 16.
I was sitting at home.
Yeah.
Praying they didn't see anything, watching radar, seeing multiple couplets, and then Michael's like, "We see there's 3 on the ground at one time." I just turned my phone off, I turned the TV off, and wanted to go throw up, because I wasn't there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! All right, so we're going to look at some of your video that you've taken of these past tornadoes, and which one are we going to start with first? The Texas one?
We can do Lockett, Texas.
Lockett, Texas. So we have video. And I asked Scott to show his most memorable chases. And so one in Texas, one in Iowa, one in Arkansas. So we're going to go to Texas, I believe, and take a look at this storm. So set the stage for what we're looking at here.
I have people want to go with me all the time. And then this one particular guy, he was going to have to take off work. And I told him, I said, "Don't take off work today. It don't look real good. I'm probably going to go out. You're welcome to go." But I said, it's just, I don't think a lot's going to happen. Well, I drive straight to the panhandle of Texas and end up seeing 5 that day. This was tornado number 5, hitting a farm and just outside of the town of Lockett. And I was literally driving. I'd seen my 4th tornado, and I was looking to see what I was going to do next. And all of a sudden, it got really windy. I was like, "What's going on?" And the dust in the field starts swirling, and this tornado literally touches down, right over me. And I sat here and filmed it, watching it hit this farm and watch this house and barn and everything come apart. And it was an elderly couple, and they were in the storm shelter in the backyard.
That's what people don't realize, I think, about you, Scott, is the fact that you're not just chasing storms. If you see somebody that could have been potentially hurt, you drop what you're doing and help.
Yeah, one of the videos there, I think it's the last one, one of the last ones there, it shows me getting out of the truck, stopping traffic because there was power lines down, and we actually start search and rescue. And I think actually Charles Peak was on this one as well, and we found that elderly couple in the backyard with in the storm shelter.
And they were okay?
They were okay. They were perfectly fine.
Okay, so when was that Texas tornado?
I think that was 2022.
That was 2022, okay.
April 27th, I believe, if I'm correct.
Okay. Also, the next one, I believe, was in Iowa. Let's hit on this Iowa, and this was very recently.
This was 2020.
And Bodie was with you on this one, right?
Yes. Bodie had a big part in that one that day. He was helping navigate. Didn't
he tell you not to go?
Yeah, you can go to my YouTube page and watch the entire video. But that was, we had a 3-day chase that day. We started out in western Kansas and got a few storms that day. And I was looking for the next day, Friday, and I'm like, if we're going to see anything, we're going to have to go to Iowa. So we started out in Lincoln, Nebraska, and it was just a merry-go-round of tornadoes all day long. And this was the last one. This was the Shelby Harlan, Iowa wedge rated EF3, even though the Dow at times recorded winds over 300 miles an hour, which was EF5 level.
I did not know that.
Yes.
So they recorded 300 plus?
I believe I saw 306 at one time.
So I know viewers, you may be asking, so why wasn't a 5? Because it's a damage scale.
Yes.
And it's not, they can measure the winds all they want, but it's a damage scale. So they went 3 on this?
3 or 4, I can't remember. This is where we were driving to intercept it, and I remember coming up over here, and Bodie's like,
"Whoa, there's 2 there."
Yeah, there's 2 on the ground at the same time there, and Bodie was like, "Hey, I think I saw a tornado," and we come over the hill, and sure enough, here's all this circulation, and so we just stop, and it's literally coming toward us, but it's like 5 miles away. So we sit here and we shoot all this video, just waiting on it, to come toward us, and I keep Bodie's driving. And I'm always, or was I driving? No, I was driving that day.
This day.
And I told Bodie, I said, "Do you have an escape route? What's our escape route?" And when it gets close enough, he's like, I've got it covered. Well, he didn't tell me the tornado comes right up in front of us here. He didn't tell me our escape route was cutting in front of the tornado. So here we are cutting in front of the tornado, and
is all part of the plan. There's a reason I didn't tell him.
We pull up beside it, and you can see all these vortices come together to form this mile-wide wedge right here. And this thing is literally just a couple of 100 yards.
Couple 100 yards from you?
From us, yes.
Okay, and so you had the escape route, thanks to Bodie. How much video do we have? Oh, my gosh. Look at that thing.
Yes. And we were sitting here, and all you could hear was the roar, and we were sitting here going on the video, when the audio's going, we're sitting here going to say, we're going to watch this farm get obliterated.
Does it?
And you keep watching it, goes directly behind it. You watch one tree fall. But you want to talk about lucky.
The full video is pretty crazy to watch, how quickly it goes from sub-vortices, multiple vortices, maybe 300 yards wide, to this half-mile wedge fully condensed to the ground in a second. I mean, it switches in a second.
Can you imagine being in that farm?
I'd be underground if I could. I don't think I want that. That is extraordinarily frightening to see.
And we followed this storm probably another 45 minutes. Wedge on the ground. We're just driving
45 minutes on the ground wedge?
Yes.
In case you're wondering what a wedge tornado is, that means that it is wider than it is tall, basically. And so it's basically the meso just sitting on the ground and just doing tremendous damage. But
it eventually crosses the road in front of us. We watch it hit a couple of farms. And
anybody hurt in that?
This is the funny story. So we're sitting here. The tornado's across the road in front of us. We're watching it go away from us. This guy pulls up, and he goes, I can't remember exactly what he said to start. Do you remember, Bodie? What did he say first?
He was just kind of screaming at first, trying to get anyone's attention. I think. Just, hey, stop. And when he finally caught our attention and we hopped out, we saw that he was about to drive into the damage path. So we were like, hey, hang on, there's power lines down and stuff. And then that's whenever he tells us, hey, that's my house. That's
his house down there had been hit.
Yeah.
The story behind that was all these tornadoes going on in Iowa, he's like, wife and kids, dog at home. He's like, hey, I'm going to run out and take a look. He leaves his house, drives down the road. There's the tornado headed toward his house. He couldn't get back home. It hit his wife, kids, dog, and everything and he had to sit there and watch.
And here's nothing.
So we followed him back down there. We did search and rescue. They were in the basement of the house, all okay.
Wow.
But I told Bodie, I said,
the house was obliterated?
The house was it was totaled. And I told Bodie, I said, I'd hate to be a conversation piece at the supper table, the next night for that. When leave.
Well, they're so fortunate. So that was, and you said that was on the ground for 45 minutes?
At least. It probably longer than that. That's just what we tracked it.
Okay.
So, and it was still it went out of sight. While we were doing search and rescue, it went out of sight, still on the ground.
Todd, we actually ran out of gas following this storm. The only reason we left this storm was, one, because of the search and rescue, and two, is we were on actual fumes worth of gas because we had been on with this storm for so long, and we had to go find a gas station.
So that's why you had to end the chase, was just because of
the motion of the sky that day. When you talk about rotating wall clouds, there's no doubt. I've never seen the sky move as quickly and as widely, and it was just an incredible thing.
You knew you were going to see something.
Oh my gosh, yes, it was just. And the whole time we're chasing with storms like this, I'm watching for satellites. So these kind of storms, can drop satellites easily. And that's why Bodie was like, it's not coming here. And I'm like, we can't stay here. This is not good.
Yeah, and when you're saying satellites, another tornado.
Yeah, tornadoes wrapping around the main circulation.
That has happened before.
Yes.
The one thing that strikes me about that video that you're looking at there that you don't typically see, because I don't remember what month this was in. What month was it in?
This was April 26th.
April 26th. Well, I'm just surprised that there's nobody else on that road, because typically when you see these storm chasers out there, it's like what I call storm chaser convergence.
Exactly.
Where are all the chasers on that?
There were so many tornadoes that day. It scattered everybody. And there was people on this storm, but the way we were positioned and just the way it happened, we just happened to be first on this one. And we were just, as you can see, we were first in line the entire time, first to the scene. And so...
We also try to stay on as many dirt roads as possible.
What's the reasoning behind that?
Just to stay away from the chaser convergence.
Yeah.
There's so many chasers nowadays, and I mean, I'm not saying that we're any better than any one of them, but there's a lot of them that are very unexperienced.
And they're doing the zero metering thing, which
they will park in the road. They will park in the road. They will just some really dumb stuff.
Yeah, it's irresponsible what some of these chasers. Chasing's supposed to be. Of course, I think everybody. I used to chase too, but we do it because we love weather.
Yes.
We love it,
Yes.
but we also are documenting
Yes.
what's happening, and that information is going to the National Weather Service. But there are some. And it's not you guys, and I don't know if there's any from the state, but there are some that are going out there and doing this thing called zero metering, where it's basically they are on purpose driving into the tornado just for the clicks.
Yeah. That's me and Bodie are both we're both firefighters. We're both EMTs, and one of my biggest pet peeves is, and I've seen it happen several times, and can call them out, got them on video. You see cars get hit, houses get hit, they want the shot.
Yeah.
We stop every time. We stop.
And that's what makes y'all so different, is the fact that a chase it's an adrenaline rush. You're seeing something that Mother Nature rarely produces and people rarely get to see, but you stop it. When you see that somebody could be hurt, you drop what you're doing to help.
It's just wrong. It's just wrong if you don't.
I don't think a lot of people realize the difference that you can make right the minutes after something like this happens. Someone goes through a traumatic event like this. If you're there and can help them within a couple minutes, it could be the difference between life or death, because it might be 45 minutes before an ambulance could get out there to them. So if we're already there, I mean, we feel like it's our duty to stop and help with whatever we can.
Well, everybody appreciates you for doing that.
Here's the house coming up right here. She just showed video of the truck driving by. It's going to show the house that got hit and the barn and everything right here that we're driving up to.
Yeah, I see all the debris on the side of the road.
So they got sideswiped, but you see the house in the back is gone, and this one was just completely gutted.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, so that was the Iowa tornado. When we come back, we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about the tornado that hit here in Arkansas County, Elmira
and Casco.
In Casco. We have video that we had that on the air, I remember, too,
yes,
during Arkansas Storm Team coverage, but we're going to talk about that. And off camera that you haven't seen, Scott's wife. We're going to get her thoughts about what her husband does. That's coming up in just a little bit. Set the stage for this video here.
Arkansas had a really weird year. I don't see a lot of tornadoes in Arkansas, but I've seen more in Arkansas this year than I ever have. It was I think we've seen 5 in Arkansas this year alone. But this was I don't remember what was the risk that day. Was it moderate?
It all runs together to me. It probably was.
But it was one of those days where we've got a real good chance of seeing tornadoes, and I've always wanted to chase East Arkansas over in the Delta, and this was the absolute perfect setup. But looking at the models and everything, I was talking to Bodie, and I was like, hey, I want to kind of set up just east of Little Rock, just in case anything comes through Little Rock, kind of guard that. Well, as things begin to develop, we realize, we're looking at Stuttgart, Northeast Arkansas, areas like that where, that we're under the gun. So we took off east, and a storm developed. I believe it developed somewhere close to Star Cities where it started forming, and it was pretty much moving due north. And I'm like, we need to get just east of Stuttgart and get set up somewhere. And we were live streaming that day. Had a lot of people watching. I didn't realize how big live streaming was till this year. Mm-hmm. People really enjoy. I wouldn't say enjoy, but
mesmerized.
It mesmerized. Yeah. It puts them in the seat of seeing what we're seeing. And of course, if you see a tornado, then you know what's going on, and you can take versus somebody just the false alarm. It takes a lot of the false alarms away.
Right.
So anyway, we drive over and we set up just to the east of Casco, I believe, and we drive out of the rain, and then all of a sudden we see basically a double wall cloud when we first, and that's when I was talking to you, and I'm like, this is going to happen. I mean, you could say this was going to happen. Well, they merged, formed into one tornado, and basically I think it passed just to the west of Casco, hit Elmira, and passed just to the west of Casco. But we sat in the truck and watched it come out of the trees, and you'll see it loft. It's lofting trees.
Yeah, I see the trees going up.
It is incredible. The tornado doesn't look really defined, but the roar of this thing was incredible. It just sounded like a massive waterfall.
Now there were 2. One was outside of Elmira, and one went through Elmira. Which one was this one?
I think this was the second one. Because I believe this was the second one.
And it was rated a 2?
Rated EF2.
Okay. Boy, look at the motion on that.
Yes, it was for an Arkansas chase, it was something to watch. But the trees getting ripped up out of the ground, and just they'd go up in the air and they would get suspended in the air, and then it would just throw them like a twig. It was just incredible power.
And you were stopping people on the road.
Yes, people behind on the highway, they were going home, and we're like, stop, don't go, don't go that way, and. So you can see the trees being lofted
I see
there.
one there.
Just
and
incredible.
it's suspended dry. It's just hovering.
Yeah, see it? It's just hanging there.
How big is what we're looking at right there? Because it looks to me like a branch, but what are we looking at?
That's an oak tree. I mean, that's a full-size oak tree.
That's a full-size
yes,
with just uprooted out.
So
there goes another one.
Yeah, and then here's where it starts to come out. It starts to come out of the timber and across the field, and then you can see the little vortices.
Okay, so it's going to come up. It's coming closer to you then.
Yes, sir. We were in the truck in gear, ready to move, and then we finally realized it was going to pass just to our southeast. It crossed within 200 yards of us.
Wow. And so I remember you were on the air, and you were texting me, "I've got it in front of me. I've got it. I remember you telling me that, and we were able to get your audio. But this was it.
Yeah, here it comes. Here it comes across the field. It's starting to weaken as it comes across the field.
But you see the multiple vortices.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And right here's where we were really stopping traffic. People, you could see it, and they were still wanting to just keep going. I don't understand why people want to
zero metering. I don't know.
So,
but
wow, this storm chase was kind of a special headache for us because this was the year that we especially Scott, he put so much time and effort to try to get a live stream of a tornado. He wanted to have live stream coverage, and he really he kind of prided himself this year of really wanting to get that live stream going really well.
You did.
And this particular tornado, I think we live streamed for probably 4 hours straight with no interruptions, and right where we parked that truck, zero signal.
we lost signal.
We lost. I mean, we have the chase live streamed up until the tornado. Then we lose it, and then the second we drive away, live stream comes back, and we're like, guys, we just saw a tornado, but the live stream dropped.
Yeah,
so it was kind of annoying. But
we got some signal boosters and stuff now. So
you learn. Before, because we're going to be running out of time here in just a little bit. I want to bring in your wife here just a second.
Okay,
Elisa. Yes. Okay, I just want to make sure I got the name. Hollinger. I'm so bad with names. I'm sorry, but this is Scott's wife, and you're seeing some of this video for the first time, I think, because the reaction I see over there is like, I can't believe he's did this.
I had I don't even want to know because it terrifies me.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
So when he says, I'm going out chasing, does he say Iowa? Or does
he'll usually tell me. I'll track him on my phone, so I kind of know where he's at, but I'm not watching his live stream. People will text me, and I'm like, I have no idea. I'm not watching it.
You don't want to know.
I'm watching, I don't know, something on TV or reading a book.
I'm going to take her one day. You
won't go? Do you not want to go?
No, I'm boring.
You're boring?
I'm boring. He's crazy. It's like oil and water. It's not my jam.
Well, but the gauging from your reaction over there, sitting there from that video, you're about to pull your hair out, I think, watching some of this.
I literally had no idea.
No idea. How could you not?
He gets way too close for my comfort.
Yeah.
For when I do see. So these others, no, I have no idea.
Is he still allowed to go out and chase? After seeing this, he's still allowed?
He wanted to go today, and I'm just like, no, that's not an option.
I want trying to get her to leave here and go with me. She's like, no.
It's like when I was, I remember when, it was back in 2008, and I had the chance to go fly with the hurricane hunters through Hurricane Ike. And that was before kids, and my wife was reluctant in letting me go. And now that I have kids, you're not going. Yeah. You can forget about it. So I can't thank you enough for coming on the show today.
Sure, enjoy it.
And thank you for everything you do for us, helping us cover tornadoes.
Sure, I'm glad to
Bodie, you too.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for letting him do what he does.
You're welcome.
And you're providing a great service, not only to us and knowing, but to all of the viewers there, because you can look at a radar all day long and look at the pretty colors, but to actually see what's happening on the ground, I think in those situations where we know there's a tornado on the ground, that's redundant, tornado on the ground. When we know that there's a tornado, we can look at your live feed and it kind of gives us that reinforcing thought, I need to take action.
Yes.
Instead of just looking at a radar going, oh, And then when you see it, you're like, oh, I really need to take action.
Yes.
So in many ways, you're saving lives.
Yes, that's exactly what we want to do.
Yeah. And we thank you for that partnership, that you help us with that, and for what you do. And I understand in these chases, when you get caught up and we don't hear from you for a little while, we want to make, you're helping people. You're, we had that one instance with Zach where we were like, what happened to Zach?
Yeah.
And so he was okay, of course. But thank you so much for what you do, and you guys as well. All right, so that is Too Twisted for TV, episode number 4. Which camera are we in here? Okay, that one. Okay. Kate's back here, our producer. I need to have Kate on a show at some point.
Absolutely not.
No? All right. So in future episodes, we are going to be talking to Zach Hardcastle. He's going to be coming on. He's another one that chases with us. And I'm trying my hardest to get Jesse Hayes. You know Jesse.
Oh, I love Jesse.
Yeah.
I love Jesse.
So if you can put a little bit of pressure, we're going to get him on Too Twisted for TV. All right?
All right.
All right.
We'll do it.
Thank you very much for joining us. Stay safe, and thank you so much for watching us here on the KARK Fox 16 Plus live streaming app.